How are you getting on today, folks? How are you all doing? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we are going baling silage. Weather is, I don't know what way you'd put it. It's good enough to be at silage. That's about it, just about. Still have a lot of people holding off for the good weather, but we're tipping away. That's the way I'd put it now, getting jobs done and that. Some people just, the fertilizer probably out maybe 8 or 9 weeks now, and they're just cutting it and getting it done. So that's it. We have our net replacement film we're using now. Barrel wrap, plastic, oil and grease, greased the shaft, pumped my tires because they were down to about 18 psi. The baler, which is far too low, way more prone to getting nicked going in a gateway or in a roadway or that, so I put them up to about 35. Full of diesel, not full of AdBlue, but enough to do today. Yeah, so we'll bait on. We've the drone with us, so we'll get that up, get a few good shots with that, and should be all going well, although I don't ever like to say it out loud. Should be a handy enough old day bailing. But anyways, I'm going to hit the road here, and I'll catch up with you when we're making a few bales. So now we're set up, baling away here, going nice and steady. Looking at something there now that I need to get out and change. I want to lower down my pickup reel wheels. So I do like so. So you go down, you go up to go down. That's to say, it's like setting a laser level. So just let it up one notch, and this is why I'm doing it. See here, it's kind of leaving a bit of small bit of grass in the ground in spots. Not bad, but drop it down now. Depends. See, this grass is tedded. It's a bit lumpy as well. It's not too bad, but it's this grass was tedded, and usually once you break the grass from the sward, like tedding it or that, you it's just a bit harder to clean the ground always. You're going slower raking, and you are also going slower raking, and you need to drop the pickup reel down a bit. So you do. Text message here. Yeah, keep the pickup reel down that extra bit just to get the ground clean, but ground is nice and level here and that, so it's no harm of it down the extra bit anyway. We're on the barrel wrap, as you can see, working away nicely. Yeah, going nice and steady here. Say about 8 or 9 acres here. Good heavy crop. We mowed it yesterday morning, and the farmer tedded it out himself, and we rode it up a couple hours ago. So it's just in good shape, and there's actually a nice breeze there now, so you can even see where it's getting a bit of time in the roads, that it's drying a bit more too. 516 is loving life, and I have to say, I don't think I've mentioned it in any other video. To be honest, I can't think if I've done any baling in a video yet, but power wise, compared to this time last year, or even at the end of last season, huge difference. I mentioned it in the review. I mentioned about that when I was doing the review in the tractor there a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, power wise, it is absolutely loving the baler, so it is this year. I'm on standard shaft, running at about 600, 610, just full res basically, 2150. Absolutely motored through, so it is. So it's just open now. What is it? 670 hours. Sorry, 770 hours. So it's yeah, really opened out. Savage PTO power. So very impressed with it that way. Even on the hills and that. The hills baling last year was a big killer. it would just die, but it's way more of a fight in it now. So very happy with that. So that's it, yeah, baling away, and we'll get the drone up now shortly as well, hopefully. So now we're tipping along nicely, not throwing out too bad of a looking bale, and all in the swart really. Swart was a tad wider, you know, no, it's not bad like that. The field's kind of heavy in spots and light in spots, so in spots if you had the rake pushed down anymore, your row would be too wide. But no, in general that's good. If the swart is slightly narrower, you can weave around and work with it. But if it's too wide, it can be an absolute nuisance to bale. But no, going good and steady now. Grass is in good shape. To be fair, it's a bit lumpy in spots, just where it's tedded out. But you can do like heavy, wettish grass. You go tedding it, you're more than likely you're going to have a few lumps along the way. But no, the baler is absolutely gobbling it up. So it is. Baler won't be long telling you what sort of shape the grass is in, whether it's fit for baling or not. And I always as well, you can probably see there, but I have the crop roller always well let down. Heavy crops or light, crop rollers down feeds way better. It gets rid of that old dead spot on the pickup reel where the grass would be sitting. Even the last day I was baling now, it was fresh grass and I was having fair old trouble with it taking it, and I had the crop roller up out of the way a bit, and I thought that was, I said I'll have it up out of the way because sometimes, some very odd time, it can interfere, like grass, the fresh wet grass might wrap around the crop roller or that. But I dropped it down and it made a huge difference. Sometimes on the first couple of busy days baling again, it takes you a while to kind of get back into some of these tricks. But no, anyways, going nicely here. Also, when I'm baling a heavy swart like that, especially if it's kind of lumpier, that I have the baler always revved up more. If I had this on the 820, I might even have it up at 650 rounds. Way easier on the baler. People might think, oh, you're driving it too hard, you'll bust it. No way. There's the more revs you have on, like, of course I wouldn't go up to 700 now by any means, but grass runs through it way quicker. If I had this down at 540 rounds, lump goes in and the tractor might die back, maybe your PTO goes back to 500 rounds, even packing the bale, and slip clutch gone and you're blocked. I have just learned that over time. Extra PTO rounds and it'll sail away a lot smoother, so it will. But anyways, we're back on the bale tight, silo tight, bale tight net replacement film. I was on silo wrap all last year. I just thought this was going around the rollers a bit too much, so I changed to silo wrap. But I'm back on this. I don't really care which one I use, but so far, out of a couple of rolls used now, it's working 100%, not a loss in it, so I'm happy out with that. Nice scatter of bales around here. As you can see, we're on our last row, so going pretty good. And the rain stayed away. Very cloudy, overcast here, but there's actually a nice breeze, good drying in it. And when you rope the stuff like that a couple hours beforehand, put it into the old-fashioned term windrows, and they're called windrows for a reason, because the wind can, you lift the grass, the wind will get through the rows. But if you like, don't go around, shake it out. But if you can, roll it up a couple of hours before the baler, it does give it good old drying, to be fair. But yeah, we'll bid on here, get these last couple of bales made, and we'll fold up and hit the road. Just got the last bit of grass in. So don't get out. Don't do like what I do. Don't be getting out around the baler when the PTO's on. Not too bad there, I'm away from it, but just, you see, some people have terrible bad habits. Getting out, changing plastic, doing stuff like that. I've seen lads kicking grass in there in the blocks, the PTO on. Absolute joke at that kind of work. No, when I'm kind of teaching lads the running things around like that, raking out like that, PTO off, and you're getting out tractor mowing, Anthony, it's just a good habit to get into, or a bad habit not to get into. So yeah, there we go. Job's a good one. Thinning the grass. Hitch is a bit lower on this tractor than the 820. You'd often see it gathering a bit of grass like that, but nothing major. Does gather a bit in around there as well, so she's due good power wash off now in the morning. Slurry tanker will be going back on it. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Job done. Bales made. Rest is up to the farmer to draw them in. We'll tip off that one and mosey on home. Yeah, there we have it. Job's a good one. Ready for the rain again whenever it'll come. Well, it's not far away. You might be able to see from the sky there. But yeah, nice to have another job wrapped up. Job done. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll chat to you in the next one. Good luck.